Welcome to Escape This Podcast, a show that's a mix between tabletop role-playing and escape room puzzles. It's like an old point-and-click adventure, except you point with your mind and you click with your imagination. Each episode, our puzzle master Dani will take two contestants through a room of her own creation that exists nowhere but the mental realm of possibilities. And this episode, our two guests are Rose and Lan.
Rose, who is a frequent playtester of our rooms, even if she hasn't appeared on any of the recordings just yet.
Hi.
Yes, so any mistakes with rooms that you may have noticed earlier, they're all because Rose didn't spot them.
Thanks
Yeah.
guys.
Exactly.
So you know this one's going to be good.
Lan has technically done an episode before, but no one has heard it because it was recorded so poorly that it was thrown into the pit of oblivion.
I thought we did so well, you didn't want to make anyone else feel inadequate.
You actually did do quite well. I think the people who did it after you had like 10 minutes extra on their time compared to yours. So hopefully this time works out much better and you can escape the room just as quickly and with just as much panache as nobody heard last time. So without too much further ado, Dani, do you want to explain the room and get us started?
Sure, just a little bit of a note beforehand. One of our previous rooms also had this. There's a little bit of controlled breakage that goes on. You don't need to just go around attempting to break things to see if it helps, but there will be some things that clearly lead you towards things that need to be broken. So just saying that unlike most escape rooms where you're not allowed to break a thing, this one has an asterisk next to that. Alright, let's get started. Normally you don't go shopping after midnight, but, well, you were desperate. And this tiny hole-in-the-wall toy shop was the last one open and the only place that had even a chance of stocking what you were after. But you search and search the shelves and nothing, you can't find it. You grimace and turn to apologise to the employee for wasting their time, but to your surprise, they aren't there. There's no back room, they can't have just stepped away for a moment to check on some stock. Also, you now notice the lights are off. Did the employee leave you here? What the heck? What kind of employee does that to a customer? Furious, you approach the automatic door and almost smack right into it with your forehead as it fails to open for you. It's been shut down. You turn and approach the revolving door next to the automatic one, but quickly see it's not in a revolving mood. It's stuck. And so are you. Don't let them out! A voice from behind you makes you jump out of your skin. You whirl around and see, sitting in the middle of the room, a fluffy electronic toy sort of resembling a bird. Its little robotic beak opens.
We will help!
It chirps.
But don't let them out! Some are bad. Try to stop our help. Stop them and we will help!
Its final word is cut off by a brightly coloured toy knife being shoved through its chest. The bird makes a mechanical gurgle, sparks fly from its inner circuits, and it falls over, unmistakably dead. You look around wildly, but you have no idea where the knife came from. This room is really dark. You may not be able to see much, but it was only a few minutes ago that you were walking around the shop. You remember roughly what's where. So right now, you're standing between the dysfunctional revolving door and the locked automatic door. There's a keypad of some sort on the wall next to the automatic door, between it and the counter, which has the cash register and a bucket of impulse purchase toys on it. There are 4 distinct aisles of toys. One for dolls, one aisle for construction, like your Lego, your blocks, one for toy cookware, and one for toy weapons. In one of the far corners is a stack of several boxes, presumably toys that haven't been unpacked yet. And in the other far corner is a tiny shelf of maths toys that clearly don't sell very well.
For our American audience,
Math toys.
Math toys.
A tiny shelf of math toys. Suspended from the ceiling is an aeroplane that swings around in a circle above the customers' heads, but of course it's not operating right now. Near the maths toys is a large table where customers can sit, and if you recall correctly, there were several packs of cards open sitting on it. On the floor, not too far from that table, is a winding toy train track. Lying in front of the automatic door is a piano mat, one of those ones that plays notes when you
Like
step
in The
on them.
Simpsons.
Exactly like The Simpsons. Perhaps not quite as huge.
Literally never seen it anywhere but The Simpsons.
Pretty sure that was a takeoff of the movie Big.
yes.
There also must be a light switch somewhere. So someone or something wants to help you, and something wants to stop them helping you. And you have been warned, don't let them out. You infer that to mean do not open any toys without knowing for sure that they are on your side.
Oh. Okay.
All right. You're free to explore the haunted toy store.
All right. Do you want to go first?
I would like to look at the impulse purchase toys on the counter.
They're small spinning devices. You'd give one a try, but of course they're all in packages. And you don't want to just willy-nilly unwrap packages. Each one's packet looks a little bit different. Each one boasts how many full 360-degree rotations it can do. The big bulky ones can only do a pathetic 10 or 20, whereas the super sleek ones can apparently do hundreds, but you see all sorts of numbers in there.
Okay, anything on the bottom of the box or around the box?
Nothing particularly of note. On that counter, you can pretty much just see the box itself and the cash register.
Can we look inside the cash register? Does it open?
It isn't locked, but there must be some combination of buttons or something required to open it, and you can't figure it out.
Okay, so there's nothing like on the screen, there's nothing like written anywhere. So we need to find some number combination.
Something, yes.
Okay.
Does the piano mat play sound?
So the piano mat is just over 1 full octave, looks like it's in good condition, but you step on the note at the very end and it doesn't seem to play. You tap around for a minute and you find that one of the notes works, the C works, but it only works once.
But all the other keys work?
Well, after that, no, the others don't make any sound whatsoever. Only that C made any sound when you tried it.
But it only works once.
It only worked once. You then try again. You have a bit of a tap around, and even though the C's not working now, 2 down from it, the A now works. But again, only once.
So C-A, and then what happens after the A?
You're just gonna keep playing around with it.
Yeah.
You do so, and eventually you find that the B flat works. And then just the A works again. And then the G, then an E.
Cabbage. Because B flat is a little B.
B flat is B with a little B next to it.
It is.
Very good.
Okay, well, we have a cabbage. That's good. That's
You don't have a cabbage.
No, once you play it, it just magically appears in your hands.
Oh, I play chopsticks!
When only
I
one
play
note,
$1 million.
When only one note works at a time, chopsticks is a very poor choice.
I eat my cabbage using my chopsticks.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, keep searching.
Can we just go back to the counter? Can we just check, like, under the counter?
The counter is quite solid. There's a small gap underneath it, but it's really dark under there. You just can't see a thing at this point. The light in this room, it's not working for you.
Maybe if we get a torch, we can come back. Or if we
Okay.
can just find the
Or you
light
can
switch.
find-
Oh yeah, the light
switch.
switch.
That's a good idea.
I walk around feeling the walls for the light switch.
Whereabouts are you going to
all
go?
of them, all of the walls.
Rose starts at the back and I'll start at the front. Wait, where's the creepy things? Yeah, Rose starts at
No,
the back.
I'm not going near the maths toys. Don't put me near the maths
Well,
toys.
luckily you've started quite near the counter, and behind the counter you do feel a light switch on the wall. And the light bulb definitely works, but not well. It's still really dim. It might as well not be on at all. You peer at the light switch again and you notice there's a small hole underneath the actual switch, like a dimmer should be there, but has been removed.
Aha, so we have to find a dimmer knob. Oh, can I just check the keypad on the automatic door? Like, what does it require?
You press a button on it and a message pops up. It's telling you that if you want to reset the doors, you need to enter your employee number.
Can we try cabbage?
Cabbage not being a number is ineffective.
You are number 4. You are number 5. You are number cabbage.
Okay. Why don't we go and check the revolving doors?
Yes, let's.
Let us.
Look, the revolving door.
No, cabbage.
Look, the revolving door, it's well and truly stuck. And when you look up, you see that in the next compartment sort of section, there's a piece of metal stuck in part of the rotating mechanism. You can't seem to dislodge it by pushing. And when you look down, you see on the floor of that same next compartment, there's a small box. It has pictures on it, but from upside down in the dark at a distance, you can't quite identify them.
So that compartment we can't get to.
You cannot reach it.
I reach out and take the metal
Well,
out.
the metal is in the next compartment.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I throw my cabbage at it.
You don't have a cabbage!
What's up with the ceiling plane? I look at it.
The aeroplane, it's hanging from a string. It's stationary and it's well out of your reach. You suspect that it's battery or remote operated.
Okay, I guess we'll go look at the stupid dolls.
You want to look at the dolls?
If we want to start from the creepiest aisle, then yeah, let's do that.
There are some of the usual. You've got your Barbies, sorry trademark people, your G.I. Joes, sorry trademark people. But the biggest seller at the moment seems to be a collection called Double Life Dolls. They're dolls who are all meant to be cool siblings, and they're wearing a certain outfit, but when you flip them a certain way, the outfit changes.
You flipped them.
For instance, one of them, which is called Kevin, he starts out dressed like an electrician, but when you flip him, he turns into a lion tamer. And you've got Brienne, who's a doctor magician, and Elvis, the farmer spy, and Chelsea, the nun acrobat, and Chris, the chef photographer, and Lola, the gardener ballerina, that sort of thing.
So it's like their
One cool
respectable
job
day jobs
and one normal
then
job.
their actual
Exactly.
night job.
Yeah.
One's...
So like lawyer, stripper. Like
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Alternatively, you can take a more heartbreaking view where one of them is the job they're stuck with and the other is the aspiration that they just can't quite reach, but it's what they imagine
So,
they are.
stripper lawyer.
Yeah.
No, as
That lion tamer will never become the electrician he so wants to be.
Okay.
Heartbreaking.
All of them are in their packages,
Damn it.
How many are
nice
there?
and locked up.
Just loads.
Several.
Okay. Are there any that look different from the
No.
others?
When you look at them through their plastic, you can't see any distinguishing features that make you think any are more helpful for you than the others.
Are any of them dressed as cabbage farmers?
One of them was a farmer, but there is nothing cabbagey about him.
Okay, we'll look at the construction toys.
To the next aisle. The shelves here, they're full of all that Lego and other small building blocks in their various sets. You see one's meant for building trucks, castles, heaps of houses.
And is that it?
Yeah, again, nothing phenomenal, all boxed up.
I build ladders, use it to climb to the ceiling plane.
Sadly, you are aware before you try opening any of the boxes that they would all be too small and weak to be of much use in that regard.
Shall we check out the cookware aisle?
In the cookware aisle, there are heaps of plastic pots and pans, cutlery, utensils, fake food. Everything's still in its packaging, but you can see one small box that's been torn open and is now empty from the kids' cutlery collection.
Was that the plastic cutlery that killed the bird?
You suspect so. You
Is the
suspect
bird
it held
still
a knife.
here?
Yeah, it's just
Should
lying
I
in the middle of the room with a
Should I
knife
have
in
the
it.
Should I have the bird on my map?
If you want, there is...
Can I inspect the bird?
Sure, it doesn't do much. It just has this little colourful knife stuck in it. Its little robot eyes have shut.
Oh.
So this one set that has the knife missing.
That was it. They sold their cutlery one by one to be really cheap. So
It's
you have to
about-
buy a knife separately from a fork.
So I inspect the open box. Does it say anything?
Well, it says kids cutlery collection. And you look on the back and you see that it could have been a spoon, a knife, or a fork. So again, you deduce it was probably the knife.
So they don't even tell you which cutlery you're buying. You just have
You
to
can
keep...
see it. It's clear plastic
You
at the front.
keep trying until you get the
Do you know
one
how many
want.
toys are like that nowadays? It hurts.
Was the box, did it look like it had been like opened by human hands or...
It's a bit difficult to tell. But let's say no. It was opened by unnatural forces. You can just sense it.
Okay.
Does it look like it was torn apart by a group of farmer strippers using Lego?
No.
Unclear.
Okay. Let's look at the weapons. Is it... Who chooses to murder a small bird with a plastic toy knife than a weapon?
Well, they're probably still plastic toy weapons, I would assume. I don't think this is like a get your Lego, get your cookware.
And your AKs.
Yeah, just grab a 9mm as well. Why not?
Well, this toy weapons aisle, it is just a destructive little kid's dream come true. There are guns, swords, flamethrowers somehow, grenades. It's all here. I mean, shame they're all packaged, and for a lot of them, batteries aren't included, so you wouldn't even be able to make all their cool little sound effects and things.
So none of them are missing, none of them are open.
No, not at all. All very pristine.
I look at the stack of boxes.
Each of those boxes in the corner is sealed with some heavy-duty packing tape and plastered with a label. Each label has a different, very long code on it, comprised of both letters and numbers. You scan the label of a few boxes, and the first one you see says 8D, 14H, 2S, 11C.
I hate strings that have letters and numbers.
Yeah, you have a scan of the others, and they're more of the same. They're quite a mouthful for a long serial number.
What you've given is an example section,
Yes, that was an example of one of them.
but there's heaps of this written over all the boxes in different configurations and numbers.
Right.
So I could give you more examples if you would like.
Are they all the same? Oh, I mean, yeah, give me more examples.
Alright, so you've got 24D6, H13, S13C.
Well, let's look at these maths toys.
Hold on, are there more examples of the...
Countless.
I could keep making them up.
Okay, no worries. Let's look at Matt's toys.
Poor maths toys. Basically all of them are being sold at a discount.
Oh.
There are
Serves you right for being a maths toy, you maths toy.
Yeah, I mean, there are calculators, rulers, protractors.
How are they toys?
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
know.
they're toys
A lot of them just
at all.
have, like, kids' faces on them and are in bright colours to make them seem more fun.
Do the kids look sad?
Look,
Are these like maths tools that have just had kids' souls
Look,
trapped
I mean,
into them?
to
All
be
the people who didn't manage to escape this room.
Look, to be fair, there are games as well for helping you learn your Roman numerals, helping you learn your area and perimeter. There are fun calendars and graphs. Of course, everything's wrapped up and packaged, except for one calculator, a really tiny little kid one with only the basic 4 functions.
Okay, I take the calculator.
Okay.
Oh, is it working?
Yeah. I mean, you can now plus and minus and times and divide whatever you want.
I plug in 8 divided by 14. H2
Times 2.
H2.
Sadly, this calculator lacks an H.
You'd like an H. Okay, well, I'm gonna look at the cards on the table.
There are 3 completely different decks of cards on this table. One is a deck of normal playing cards with some laid out like 4 people have recently been playing. One's a deck of tarot cards with 3 laid out face up. And one's a pack of collectible cards with some sort of heroes versus monsters theme. But all of those cards are in one big stack.
What are the tarot cards that are out?
You aren't overly familiar with tarot, and this deck especially seems kind of out there. Any symbolism is lost on you, but the 3 cards laid out are the orchard, the chessboard, and the grapevine.
Is there any instructions in the pack that tells you, like, what?
Pack is not there.
Oh.
It's just the cards laid out.
Just those 3 cards?
I mean, the rest of the cards are in a neat stack next to them, but the actual pack is not.
Right. What about the normal playing cards? What's laid out?
So it's a 4-player game, whatever it is. One player is holding the 2 of diamonds, 8 of hearts, and 10 of spades.
How do I draw a spade?
Well, I
S?
just drew an S.
Oh, yeah.
Although
good.
I've done a diamond and a heart symbol. But, hey, look.
That's the...
It corresponds
8D, 14.
to the 8D. What?
Ah,
Yes.
Would you like to
just
hear
got
what
excited.
the other people had?
Yes.
God. The second player has a 3 of clubs, 4 of clubs, and 9 of hearts.
I can see how
hang on.
it's easier for you to see this pattern than me, considering I've been drawing the suits.
Player 3 had the 5 of hearts, 3 of diamonds, and 7 of diamonds. And the 4th player just has the 4, 5, and 6 of spades.
What
Okay.
game are they playing?
Canasta.
Sure.
Cribbage. Gin rummy.
Euchre.
Go for
Euchre.
Games.
Pinochle.
Yeah, maybe it was just fish.
Do we have to maybe, like, add up, like, all the
Yeah.
types of a certain suit?
And then open the box that has that
Yeah.
number on it.
Okay, so how many
You
diamonds are
promised.
there?
I used the calculator to add.
I used the calculator to add the numbers.
All right, what are you adding?
What is the result?
What are you adding? You gotta tell me what you add if you want to do that.
I add two. So I'm doing diamonds first.
Okay.
2 plus 3 plus 7.
That is 12.
12D. I add the hearts next, so 8 plus 9 plus 5.
22.
I have the spade next, so 10 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6.
25.
Finally, the clubs. 3 plus 4. That's it. 3 plus 4. What is it? I don't know.
Gosh. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's...
12.
Where's
12,
the logarithm?
right?
18.
The logarithm
Where's
function.
the logarithm? It's just really hard to add using the logarithm function.
I'm sorry. You just added up like 2 plus 8 plus 10. I don't know if you can make a joke about how easy 4 plus 3 is. We don't need a calculator for that.
7. Yeah. Okay, good.
So we go back to the stack of boxes in the corner and look for 12D, 22H, 25S, 7C.
It takes you a bit of time shifting the boxes aside, but you do find one with that code on it.
Woohoo!
Of course, it's still covered in heavy tape, so you can't just lift the lid open.
We take the plastic cutlery knife that has killed the bird and open the box.
You pull it out of the dead thing's corpse. You pull it out of its unmoving body. And it works quite nicely to cut open the box. You open it and you dig around the foam peanuts inside until at the bottom of the box you find a small stack of train track parts.
Ooh. Well, I suppose we better go look at this train track because I imagine there's probably parts missing.
You go over to the train track and it looks like an expensive electronic track, but you are right, it does have some pieces missing. Not only that, it's missing its train. You have a look around to see if it's hidden somewhere. Look, the track has lots of twists and turns. There are little trees and rocks and water and little dolls for decoration, but no train at all.
So there was no train in the box with the train track
There
parts?
was not.
Or should we put the train track parts in place, at least?
That sounds fun.
You managed to find spots for all of them. They must have gotten that shipment in because some stupid kid stole all of those bits.
I'm imagining this to be like a survivor puzzle where we're really stressed. I'm like, this bit doesn't fit.
Well, I mean, we are in a dark, dimly lit room with a dead
It's true.
bird.
You're lucky you could even read those playing cards.
Okay, so we still have no train.
Does anything happen when we complete the...
No,
Oh.
it does not. I mean, it looks better now that there aren't random gaps in it.
You're welcome.
Is this one of those, like, fancy digital train tracks, or is it like a...
Digital train track?
Well, I don't know, you'd flick a switch and the train just, like, moves
electronic.
along it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
electronic.
that one. Okay, okay, cool. So, does it need a power source? Does it have a power source? Is it working?
It looks like it would have one, but without the train to actually go around the track, it's very underwhelming when you flick the switch.
Okay. Have we looked at everything in the room?
I think so. We've examined everything. Oh, I take the batteries out of the dead bird.
You are unable to do so. You know, it's got one of those ones where you need a really particular screwdriver. And you don't even know what sort of batteries it has.
Or whether they got stabbed by the knife and are now
In the
leaking acid
stabbed in the
everywhere.
battery.
It's true.
That's
Are
how you
there-
kill a bird.
Yeah.
Are there batteries in the calculator?
No. What do you have so far that
What
you have not yet used?
What do you think you have but don't actually have?
We've got a knife.
A cabbage.
We've got a cabbage.
A
Yeah.
calculator.
What's with the cabbage?
You don't have a cabbage. You have the word cabbage.
Is there anything, are there any cabbage toys in the cabbage
In the cabbage section.
I go to the cabbage aisle.
in the toy cookware section?
There is a lot of fake food in the cookware section, and you search around for a bit, and you see that there is a little packaged up toy cabbage.
Who would buy that?
Each piece of food is also sold individually.
Small Latvian children.
The kids' cutlery collection and the kids' food collection are really cheap, guys.
So, do we want to risk opening this cabbage? What if it's an evil cabbage?
Let's open the cabbage.
I mean, you were given a message to open the cabbage.
Maybe the
But what
evil
if-
guys gave us the message.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
what if the piano is not on our side?
Yeah.
The packaging is a bit tough to get through, but luckily you have something that seems very able to open packages.
A calculator?
Yes!
We use the knife.
You use the toy knife that killed, I've been calling it Phoebe, as in a fake Furby.
Phoebe.
Phoebe.
That's nice.
Not
Not
fake
fake
Moby.
Moby.
The So you open up the packaging and...
Hang on. This toy bird is a Furby. This has gotten a whole lot
I
creepier.
don't trust it
It was
anymore.
like
I thought
an
it was
electronic bird-like thing.
Oh,
I thought it was a bird, but now I'm imagining a Furby.
It was bird-like.
God,
I'm
that's-
glad it's dead.
So,
Although, if it is a Furby, it should be able to come back to life after the batteries die.
don't Furbies imitate what other things are saying as well? It could just end up freaking creepy. Irrelevant to the room. It's dead. So you take out this cabbage and it's pretty ordinary, sort of plastic in its nice little circle, but there's sort of a dented section at the top. And you look at the packaging again and you see it's got an image of a kid pretending to chop it up.
We insert the knife into the dented section.
The cabbage doesn't break when you do that. It does pop open, like it was designed to work this way. The inside is hollow, and sitting in there is a small knob.
Is it the
Ooh.
dimmer switch?
It
Dimmer knob?
looks like it could be a dimmer switch.
Hang on, do they only sell one cabbage in the shop, or are there like lots of cabbages in stock?
Just by fortuitous chance, there is one cabbage on the shelves at the moment.
And how did that dimmer switch get inside the cabbage if it was packaged up and came direct from the supplier?
Right? So many questions.
Okay.
How deep does this go?
That's your question,
It
not,
goes all the way to the top.
not what's up
Cabbage
with the
Obama.
dead bird.
Cabbage Trump.
Who murdered the
Who
Furby?
murdered a dead bird?
Okay, we put the knob onto the dimmer switch.
Okay, it fits into the slot very nicely.
Nice.
We turn it up.
The light brightens up and the whole room comes into focus.
Sorry, to be clear, we were turning it up by having a bit of a party.
Yeah.
Just
up.
doing a
It's
rave
turned
by turning
Pop
the
it
light
up.
on and off, on and off, on and off as quick as you can.
The light brightens up and the whole room comes into focus. For a second. Then the light cuts out completely. And you have to blink to adjust to the darkness. And then before you know it, it flicks back on again, all bright, and you have to blink several times. Everything looks the same, except for one important thing. The wall opposite you now has huge words scrawled on it.
Oh, creepy.
Written in a substance you don't care to identify. It
Phoebe
said,
blood.
it says, your days are numbered.
I look for numbers. Relating,
Numbers of days. Is there, like
relating
a,
to days.
is there a calendar? You said there's a calendar on the maths
Yeah,
toys?
maths toys. There is a wrapped up thing called the calendar game.
That sounds like the worst game ever.
Oh, wait,
Second only to the cut the cabbage game.
I think it sounds like a TV game show from like the 1950s. Like, and welcome to the calendar game. Prizes tonight include, and just like people with big
cabbage.
glasses.
Which you can cut.
I mean, wait till you actually see the game. So you peel open the calendar game's packaging and you feel sad inside. Every day on the calendar has a temperature in Fahrenheit on it, and at the top of every page is the question, how many degrees in the year?
What?
What?
It's a game where they want
Okay.
to teach people to add up 365 different numbers.
But in Fahrenheit. Is Fahrenheit degrees? Or
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Only Kelvin isn't degrees. Celsius and Fahrenheit are degrees. Kelvin is not.
Poor Kelvin.
Because
Why-
Kelvin is an absolute scale. So it starts where 0 is actually 0 rather than 0 being an arbitrary point on a scale.
But isn't Celsius an absolute scale?
No, because they've set 0 at an arbitrary point and then they've set up these distinctions, whereas Kelvin is like from an actual
Absolute
real 0
zero.
to a real...
Are we going to edit this out of the
Probably.
podcast?
No, sorry, that's the whole podcast. We're editing the escape room out. We changed the name to Temperature Fact. Sorry we didn't tell you. It was a last minute decision.
Okay, should we get our calculator?
Sure.
That seems like a great idea because, quite frankly, even if your life depended on it, you would not sit here and add those numbers in your head.
For the listeners at home, if you'd like to add up 365 numbers in your head, please feel
Arbitrarily,
free.
considering I'm not listing 365 numbers for
Make
you.
them up. Just make the numbers up. See where you go.
Okay, maybe we have to add up certain days.
No,
Let's
you're
add
fine.
all of
You're
them.
fine.
You were doing the right thing.
Okay. Can I
So-
have my calculator, please?
I'm not listing
She's just
365
gonna tell
numbers
us.
for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, having the calculator, it just makes it immediately doable. It still takes a while to type it all in, and it's still such an outrageous excuse for a game that it makes you angry. But eventually you get 25,200 degrees.
25,200 degrees.
All right.
For the listeners at home, every single day was 0 degrees Fahrenheit. And then
Except for one.
And then the 18th of March was 25,200 degrees.
Okay. Should we try punching that number into some things? Maybe the cash register.
It does not work when you try to type it into the cash register.
What about the
The
keypad?
keypad.
Certainly not.
Aw.
Much too early for keypad.
All right. Going back to the counter, now that the lights are on, can we check underneath the counter?
You can indeed. There's something sitting under there. It's a fat manila folder. You have to sort of fish and use your knife to tease it out. On the front of it, once you get it out, you see the words, evidence for employee disciplinary hearings.
Ooh.
This, you figure it belongs to the manager and that they're kind of a douche. You look through the folder and you see it's full of snippets from social media pages, presumably those of the employees. There are photos of young people at parties, smoking, drinking, Facebook posts with profanity, a huge index of tweets of people complaining about work. There are too many to count, but they mostly seem to revolve around, just general misbehavior. And the manager has clearly been online stalking them to get them in trouble.
Are there any employee numbers?
Sadly, no. People don't normally Facebook their employee numbers.
Why not?
No, but it could have
It
in
could
the
have
folder,
come up.
employee 100
No,
did this.
This doesn't, the title of the folder looks really official, but the inside is literally just printed out screenshots and things.
That's just your crazy aunt.
This is a mad person.
Okay.
Anything written on the backs of the photos?
No, nothing else of note. I mean, you see names every now and again, but nothing really has much meaning to you. Yet.
Yet. Oh, are there any orchids, chessboards, or grapevines in any of the pictures?
Not that you can see at a glance.
Are there any orchids in the toy weapon cookware dolls?
I think it was an
Is
orchard.
it an orchard? Like a
but-
farmer?
Oh, an
Are there any
orchard.
Yeah.
farmers?
Oh, sorry, I thought you said orchid.
But also, that is a flower. I don't know why it would be in the weapons aisle.
You wouldn't.
No, you don't find anything resembling those things.
So even in the dolls, there's no orchard farmer
No orchard
secretly wanting to be a
grapevines.
chess master or a winemaker.
No, you don't see anything like that.
Now that the lights are on, anything else different?
No, besides the creepy ass words on the wall, that's about it.
Can we open the collectible cards?
Oh, the collectible cards, they are in a neat stack, but they're not in a package. So you can certainly have a flick through them.
Can we have a look, see if there's anything about them?
The monster cards in there, they all look like your typical alien, mutant, monster, whatevers. And the hero cards are all overly muscled behemoth men with names like Professor Panic Squasher and Master Monster Killer, that sort of stuff. Nothing really strikes you about them. None stands out in particular. They are all very much the same except for the names on them and the exact muscle flexing that each person is doing.
Anything underneath the piano mat?
No, piano mat is clean.
We've got some fidget spinners.
That we can't open.
Can we... Unless the 25-200 is related
yeah.
to the fidget spinners?
Are there any fidget spinners that spin 25,200 times?
None that spin that many times.
Can we get one that spins 25 times and one that spins 200 times?
No, none of them end with fives.
What is the number you've got?
25,200?
Is that everything?
Degrees. Ooh, can I divide 25,200 by 360?
Here's a calculator.
I look for a fidget spinner which spins 70 times.
You find one with a packet that says it will do 70 rotations
Yes.
exactly. You pull it open and almost without your input it starts spinning.
Weird.
At first you try to count the spins to see if the packaging was accurate, but you can't keep up. There's a pattern on top of the spinner that just looks like a bit of nothing, but as it spins quickly, the blur on it starts to form an image. You watch it, it's a rectangle, it's got lots of smaller rectangles on it. If you're not mistaken, it looks like a picture of a calculator, but a real calculator with lots of buttons on it. Not a kid's calculator like the one you've got.
Is it a magic fidget spinner where you can do logarithms and things on it?
No, that's just a picture.
It's just trying to
It's
appeal to the kids.
It's like how the piano mat didn't turn into an actual cabbage.
Okay, can we find a serious calculator in the maths toys section?
There is a serious calculator there. You open it, it's got all of the big boy things, it's got your logarithms, it's got your exclamation marks, your 5 different memory slots, your trigonometry.
What about big girl things?
Yes, it's also pink, and it can calculate how much you need to repay on your credit card after the Prada sale.
No, it does a normal function, but divides it by 86%.
Okay.
Hold on. Does it say, oh, can I take the batteries out of the serious calculator?
Nah, calculator's
Batteries!
Can we type cabbage into it?
I mean, yeah, with this calculator you probably could.
Oh, I do the trick where you write boobs upside down.
Accepted. You type boobs.
Yes.
You can get most of cabbage because it has like memory
Bracket.
functions for the thing, so you can be like you can do. They usually store to letters,
Yeah.
so you can
Yeah.
put in your calculator C A B B
Why
A.
can't you get up to G?
Maybe there's a G.
Yeah.
But you.
No, there are
There's
only 5 memory
There's
functions.
only 5 memory functions.
Cabbage.
Okay, anything written under, above it, on it?
I know, it's a calculator.
Are there anything stored in the memory functions?
You press memory recall, and a number pops up on screen.
Ooh, very smart, Rose.
007 610 637.
I punch it into the keypad.
It does not work.
I punch it into the cash register.
It does not work.
Aw.
I punched the cash register.
It opens
With the calculator.
and it says, "Oh, why did you hit me? I'm just doing my job."
So, hang on. If we turn it upside down, like boobs, then it says
boobs.
Lego igloo.
Alright.
Or leg. Oi!
Leg.
Glue.
Lego glue.
Okay, we go to the Lego aisle and find an igloo.
You spot a Lego igloo set sitting on the bottom shelf. You tear open the top of the box. You tear open the top of the box. Inside, there's the expected mess of tiny coloured bricks, but as you push them aside, you notice something that does not look like it belongs. There is a magnet. And not a toy magnet, but a really heavy-duty one that looks like it could pull through a wall.
Wow. I pulled through the wall.
You do not pull through the wall.
Can we use it on like the spider plane and make it like move or something?
It's not really metal-y.
Oh, the metal thing.
metal
in
thing.
the door.
The metal thing in the door. There was a piece of metal stuck in the revolving door. You go up to the revolving door and you hold up the magnet as high as you can. With its extreme strength, the magnet causes the stuck piece of metal in the next compartment to shake. It shudders and it comes loose. But only for a moment before jamming into another part of the mechanism. And because your magnet was pulling it so strongly, it gets really jammed in there. So the door has rotated a tiny bit, just a few inches, but you cannot open it the rest of the way to escape.
But can we like reach the box?
You can now reach into the next compartment for that box. You pull it towards you.
Hang on. We didn't say that
Oh,
we would reach
I
in
apologize.
and get the box.
I apologize.
We reach in and get the box.
It's a tarot card box. And while there are no cards inside, there is a small manual to help you interpret the meaning.
Ooh.
So what does orchid mean?
It is
Orchard.
orchard.
No, I want to know what orchid means.
An orchard means being born to luxury with many siblings.
A chessboard?
Chessboard means great balance. And the
And grapevine?
grapevine means devotion and sacrifice.
So, do they relate to any of the dolls? You know, like, is Great Balance a trapeze tightrope walker? And is the devotion and sacrifice like a nurse or something?
Well, you may have noticed from the other ones, you look for a trapeze person's, one of them was part acrobat
Ooh.
by day, or by night.
And what are they
What
by
are they by-
dusk or dawn?
A nun.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
devotion and
devotion and
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
Is that luxury and many siblings?
Is there
Aren't all the dolls siblings?
Is there a king or... Oh, yeah.
The dolls were meant to be sibling dolls.
Right.
Were they born into luxury? I guess they had the luxury to pursue 2 career paths, which is quite nice.
Okay, well...
This one is called Chelsea Doll, the nun acrobat.
Non-acrobat. Well done, Rose.
Well done, Chelsea.
Well done, Chelsea.
Good
Following
effort.
your dreams.
Devoted to the faith and, the circus.
So you open her box. She's currently in her nun's outfit.
We
Looks alright. You flip it, her clothes swish around. Suddenly she's dressed like an acrobat. In one hand, she's holding one of those tightrope balancing sticks, and in the other, a small remote control.
Nice.
Ah, the remote control, essential for your career as a trapeze artist. We use the remote, we press the button on the remote control.
Immediately, the plane above you starts swinging around on its string. In small circles at first, but gradually its arc gets bigger and bigger until it's crossing almost the entire ceiling. As it reaches full speed, something comes flying off it and lands straight into your arms. Lan, your arms.
Oh my god! It's Chibiusa from Sailor Moon.
It's a tiny toy train, Lan. Make your arm grip smaller.
My arms?
It's not a baby?
A tiny toy. You said it landed in my arms.
Well, yeah, I mean, like it came down and it sort of bounced off one forearm and you had to fumble and just go, whoa, 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 got it.
Okay, I'm sad. Actually, in the scheme of things, I'm okay with it not being a baby. I accept your toy train offering.
Understood.
We put it on the train tracks.
With the train in place and the track complete, the whole thing jumps to life. Little train starts moving, and the track is so twisty you aren't sure which direction it's going to go next. You watch it for a little while. It makes a path going past a doll wearing a cap, and then a little toy tent, then a pile of rubble. Then it curves by the little plastic sea. And at that point, the road splits and there's a signpost. One way is labelled Sir and the other is labelled Madam. And the train rolls towards the Sir side. Then it reaches the beginning and starts over again.
I'm noticing a recurring sexist theme in this toy shop.
I can't control the train.
Can we change the Sir Madam thing? So, how railroads have like
Yeah.
a little switchy thing to make trains go the other way.
No, the train is gonna keep going that way. Just, I don't know, based on what the train wants, I guess.
What if there's one person tied up on the tracks of the Sir track, but there are 6 people tied up on the tracks of the Madam side?
Where does the Madam side go? Can we just follow it with our eyes?
It's a dead
because
end.
it is just
Dead end.
Oh.
I know. Grim reality.
It leads into a glass ceiling.
Can we find a doll with a cap or a toy tent in the
Or a pile of rubble.
aisles?
No, the ones on the train track seem to be the only ones that follow that particular theme.
So it's cap, tent, rubble, Caesar, Captain Rubble Caesar.
I think we're on the right track. Dani's giving us a look.
Captain.
Make sure you're using all your letters and not skipping any.
Captain Trouble.
Where did a P come from?
Pile of rubble?
Ah,
Captain O'Rubble. Captain Trouble.
Captain Trouble
Caesar.
Caesar?
Captain Trouble.
Hold on. Plastic C. So it's a.
No, you're good.
Okay, we're
Right.
good.
You just need some confidence.
Captain
Trouble sees her.
Captain Trouble Caesar.
Caesar.
Caesar, yeah. Captain Trouble Caesar. See, is there a
Scissors. Scissor? Captain Trouble Scissor.
scissor? Captain Troubles Easer.
Not too much more to go.
Captain.
Okay, you don't need to keep going up with this. You've got...
You got it pretty much.
Yeah.
What do you do now?
We look for a Captain Trouble Caesar in the dolls.
In the dolls? No, you don't find one in the
What about
dolls.
okay, what aisle haven't we used yet? Weapons.
Weapons.
Is there like a Captain Trouble?
No, nothing like that. The weapons aisle is purely for weapons.
Construction.
Nope, not in the
Is there a
Lego.
Captain Trouble in the dolls aisle?
No, not in the dolls.
In the impulse buy?
Nope.
Can't be right.
You've heard names like this earlier.
What was in the box
Which box?
that we got out of the
Train
Oh,
parts.
that was train parts.
Oh no, sorry, it was the little train. We've heard names like this before. Have we used the Heroes and Monsters? Okay, we look in the Heroes and Monsters card deck for Captain Troubles Easer.
Look, you don't find Captain Trouble's Easer, but you do find Captain Trouble Ceaser.
Ah.
One who
Ceaser.
ceases.
One who ceases troubles.
Oh!
Oh,
Trouble
Trouble
Caesar.
Nice.
The name is in vivid purple letters above a picture of an armoured man with a logo on his chest that looks kind of like a pair of quotation marks. The description below the picture reads, has the power to destroy his enemies using a personalised pun or paradox. As you read, you hear a strange noise come from one of the aisles.
Ooh.
It sounds like choking.
Oh god. I cower in a corner.
After you are done with your cowering, you edge towards the noise. Your eyes widen with horror as you see Chelsea doll in the middle of the floor, hanging from a noose made of Lego pieces.
No.
Is she okay?
I mean, it's a toy, you can't really tell.
Is she still like breathing?
She was never breathing.
Was she
God.
breathing before?
Okay. Was this a game of like Hangman? Do we have to play Hangman now? With puns? Personalised puns?
And paradoxes.
Well, you can destroy enemies with the power of personalised puns and paradoxes.
We yell.
Leo, let go of her.
All of the Lego pieces that made up the noose explode. You shield your face and suddenly they're gone. It might be your imagination, but Chelsea doll looks a little more at peace.
Like in a dead way?
Okay, maybe we have more enemies. We haven't used the weapons, so we go to the weapons. Mm-hmm. And I say... hold on, tell me more what kind of weapons there are.
Okay, so there were guns, swords, flamethrowers, and grenades. Those are the ones that I had listed.
I've got a grenades one. Give me a sec
Okay.
to come up with it. Oh, my grandpa was a very famous grenade collector. Yeah, he's dead now. I guess he just couldn't let go.
Hooray!
I mean, sure, let's say it works, except none of the weapons explodes.
Oh.
All of
Oh,
that
that's
for
great!
nothing.
That means that they're not evil.
They're not evil.
They're not your enemies.
Okay, I arm myself with swords.
Alright, you have some plastic swords at your disposal.
So I know that the cookware isn't my enemy because I've used it. And I know the doughs we've used.
The dolls you could probably make a case for because you saw the Lego was attacking Chelsea doll. So Chelsea doll probably was trying to help you.
Well, the
But you
But I
also
wouldn't
use
make
the
the
Lego.
case for everything because you used the Lego.
Oh.
In fact, you opened that Lego. You let it free.
Okay, well then we go up to the cookware. And I say, what's cooking good looking?
Are these puns or paradoxes?
It's fine.
Sure, okay, it's fine. Doesn't do anything.
We go up
Maths
to the
toys.
Okay,
They're so... I hate Matt's toys.
And then it should be easy to come up with a pun or paradox for them.
Why? Why would that be causative in any way? I say to the Matt's toys, I dated a maths teacher once, but we broke up. I guess we just couldn't work it out.
All the math toys that you've opened explode.
Yay!
Your baby calculator explodes. Your real calculator explodes.
oh no! Like in my pocket? Like
Yeah.
Yes.
Pocket
blowing my
explodes.
leg off?
What we should have done is leave a pile of them next to the automatic door. That they blow the...
On the plus side, that stupid calendar game explodes.
Yay! Anything else happen?
Nothing yet. So maybe, I mean, it was actually that adult calculator that told you to open the Lego igloo.
Ah. But the Lego igloo had something in it.
Yes, but it's
A huge
apparently
magnet.
evil.
Well, I mean, it was trying to make you jam the metal further into the door to trap you more.
Ooh.
It wasn't trying to help you get the tarot box.
Who led you to the calculator?
The calculator. Oh, this fidget spinner. Ooh. Okay.
Did we like literally spend half the game like
Doing evil
Being
bidding?
led around
I
by
think
evil?
so.
Yeah.
Oh.
So get back at this fidget spinner.
Okay.
Blow it up.
If this statement is false, this fidget spinner will blow herself up.
You're the worst. Fine. The spinner explodes.
Yes.
Suddenly, you hear a clunking sound come from near the cash register. You whip around, but you don't quite see anything moving. However, there is now a toy standing there that wasn't there before. A doll dressed like a soldier. Perfectly still, its most notable feature is its hands. It's holding both hands up, raising certain fingers. On its right hand, it's raising the pinky, ring, and middle fingers. On its left, it's raising the thumb and the ring and pinky fingers.
Which, if you are following along at home, is really difficult to do.
pinky?
4-minute pause while we all try and do it.
Thumb, ring, and pinky. That's difficult to all hold up.
Okay. This must be something to do with the cash register.
I woke up and just pressed those fingers. West side.
3, 1, 2.
I
3, 1, 2. Do we punch 3, 1, 2 into the cash register?
If you do so, the cash register pops open.
Hey!
There's no money, sadly, but sitting in one of the coin sections are 2 small batteries.
Hey!
Examining them, you see they both have the same long serial code. BGURNELNOAIDPE.
Journal item.
I find the hero's card for Captain Bajornanian.
Can we put the batteries into something? In
Well,
weapons?
I mean, the serial code may lead you to what that will work with.
Okay.
Gun?
Oh, yeah.
Gun.
Gun.
Is it
Burn.
Burn?
Burn gel. No aid.
So you're just trying to sort of mix them up in a way.
I guess.
Now, obviously this is too many letters for a word, right?
Might be a phrase. Maybe some of the letters don't work.
What if we cross out like every second letter? Bun. Loip. Okay, that doesn't work.
I will start crossing out the other every second letter.
Yeah, every other second letter. Grenade. Grenade.
Grenade.
It's a grenade.
We go to the grenades. We open a grenade.
You open a toy grenade and you insert the batteries that you found. The pin of that grenade is just a little button. When you press it with the batteries in, you expect to hear a little explosion sound, but that's not the sound that comes out. Someone must have mixed up the sound effects for the toys, because what you hear is a musical note. You don't know what note it is right away. All you know is it sounds off. It is sharp. It is really sharp.
Shall we go to the piano and
You
play
go back
the
to the
note?
piano mat. Honestly, it's so sharp, it doesn't resemble any of the notes there, even the sharp ones.
Ah.
All you can tell is, whatever this is, it is sharp. Absurdly sharp.
I take a knife. That's sharp.
Yeah.
It is, but doesn't seem to help. But as you attempt to go over the piano mat, you do notice the C doesn't work this time. Cabbage is not going to happen. However, the D note does. Then after that, the E note works. Then A, and then D.
Oh. And then?
That's it.
Oh, well, I go to the bird, which is dead.
Yeah, it's just dead. Unfortunately, that doesn't help. So all you have is, well, what the piano just told you and what the grenade just told you.
Sharp dead.
Write it down. Write it down musically.
What?
Hashtag dead.
Hashtag
Twitter.
dead.
We go into the employee things. The employee
Oh, where
folder.
they had all their
The
terrible
full-
things they'd done.
Yeah, the terrible things they've
awesome.
done. Is there a hashtag dead in there?
Remarkably, you find 8 tweets under hashtag dead.
What did they say?
I'm going to give them to you to look at. Here they are in italics here. I'd like you to read them aloud.
Alright. Sasha's party was insane. Guess I'm chucking a sickie. Oops. Hashtag dead.
Employee of the month? Me? Lo, hell must have frozen over. Hashtag hilarious. Hashtag dead.
Number of hours worked today, 7. Number of shots I need to forget, also 7. Hashtag dead, hashtag, oh my god, dead from alcohol poisoning.
Is anyone else out there wishing as hard as they can that their manager was hashtag dead? Full stop.
One more criticism from the manager and I will explode. Hashtag dead, hashtag hashtag tick tick boom.
My god, cannot handle any more of these gross screaming kids. Hashtag dying, hashtag dead, hashtag stupid children.
Too far? Pranking the manager and can't decide if live or dead cockroaches are funnier. Hashtag alive, hashtag dead, hashtag the choice is yours.
9 days until I quit. Ha ha ha. This store will be hashtag dead without me. Okay. I find toy cockroaches.
You do not find toy cockroaches in here. They're sadly lacking in the animals department.
Is it something to do with reading down the first letters?
Seni-ooten.
No, it's not.
Seni-ooten.
Consider your goal. What are you searching for?
The
A number.
The employee number.
Oh, how many deads are there?
1.
Well, there were 8. There were like 8 or 9.
There's 9
hold on.
8
There's
tweets.
7. There's 8 tweets. There are 7 hours they have to forget.
Okay, you don't have to do that intense stuff. You don't have to do anything intense
Okay,
here.
can we just punch 8?
Doesn't work, no.
Oh, Sasha's employee number is 1029.
was that?
Reading the first word from each tweet.
We punch that into the keypad.
The door slides open. The cold night air hits you like icy water and you rush onward, leaving the wreckage of exploded and murdered toys behind you for the employees to take care of.
Yes.
But who knows how many future toys, like the ones still in their boxes, will be as evil as the calculators.
Ooh.
Maybe you should fill your arms with as many good toys as you can to save them from a terrible fate. But then, if you do that, who will save the next poor human who gets trapped in there after midnight?
That's true. I leave the toys.
You value human lives more than toy lives?
Yes.
All lives matter, Dani.
Plastic lives matter. Well done, you
Yes,
made it out.
congratulations.
We did
Yeah,
it.
very, very well. I ran around trying to come up with terrible jokes for a long time, screaming at spinners. I think I may have tried to make a paradox for the spinner by holding it at the same axis that the Earth is spinning it and spinning the opposite way and being like, you're spinning, but really you're staying still. It was all very silly. Congratulations. You guys got out in a reasonable time. Your time was
66 minutes and 13 seconds.
7 minutes and 48 seconds.
7 minutes 48 seconds. Good work.
Were we supposed to have been led on a wild goose chase?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I had the same issue. That's how it's put
You
together.
feel the betrayal.
Yeah.
You want to destroy them.
God, you're so annoying. Okay.
Good work.
Burn it
Lovely. So before we finish up and have Dani give us a clue for the next room, there's some other stuff I know you guys are involved with. Rose, you have a blog that people can go check out.
Yes, I have a blog which my friend and I co-write. It's about life hacks and just easy ways to do, you know, housework for lazy people. It's called IFuckingHateHousework.com, so you should check it out.
Lovely.
Excellent.
I'll stick a link as well in the show notes, so head over to the show notes, which are attached below or above or to the side, depending on what client you're using, and they can follow that and check it out. Lovely. All right, Dani, would you like to give us a clue or a hint of what's happening in the next room?
So the next room really tested my skills at researching authenticity. I was very lazy about it, so there's going to be a lot of asterisks next to
You
things.
made it through the bad times, you made it through the good. You always knew you could.